Nobody's perfect. Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. Nobody's perfect, right? But I'm going to keep it real with you. When it comes to this saying right here, when people say, oh yeah, nobody's perfect and this and that, it is true. Nobody is perfect. You know what I'm saying? The only perfect person that ever walked this earth is Jesus Christ. That's it. Everybody else, not perfect. But a lot of people, man, when they be saying like nobody's perfect, bro, they be using that as an excuse to not try, bro. I'm like, bro, you're using nobody's perfect as an excuse, as a defense mechanism to not change and to not try? You know what I'm saying? These people be using nobody's perfect as an excuse to not try, to not change. You ain't got to be perfect to try. You ain't got to be perfect to change. Man, you tell these people to change, they going to act like you done hit them with some kryptonite. Hey, that word change, bro, people don't like that word right there. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, bro, like, hey, you trying to tell people to change, they going to tell you nobody's perfect. You going to tell people to try, they going to tell you nobody's perfect. I'm like, hey, you using that as a shield, as an excuse to not try at all. At all. What the hell going on, man? But look, though, man, people be using this nobody's perfect stuff as an excuse, bro, to not even try, bro. To stay lazy, bro. To stay in their sins, bro, and to not even try and not to change at all, bro. Like, people don't even try at all, bro. Know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be perfect to try. You don't gotta be perfect to try. So when somebody say nobody's perfect, when you're telling them to change it, to try, hey, bro, you gotta tell them, bro, you ain't even gotta be perfect to try. You know what I'm saying? We know nobody's perfect. We know that. But at the same time, you can't use that as an excuse to not even change or try. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, bro, let's move on to the other aspect of nobody's perfect. Because it is still true. Know what I'm saying? You might see somebody that they live in life. Know what I'm saying? They might be living like their life is perfect and this and you might look at somebody and you may think like, oh, everything is perfect about this person. Oh man, that person's life is so perfect and this and that, bro. You may think that they are living this perfect life, bro. Bro, nobody's perfect, bro. Know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. And then look, though, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I done seen people, bro, to whereas it appeared as though they had this perfect life. And then before you know it, something happened. You know what I'm saying? Something unexpected could happen to them. And then all of a sudden they could lose they could lose their hearing, or they could lose something, or they could get in a car accident. Like, you do not want to assume that people is perfect, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, life is like, it is not good to assume that you know what I'm saying, everything is perfect in somebody's life. First of all, you don't even know what they're going through, right? You don't even know what could happen tomorrow. It may look like their life is perfect today and then something could happen tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It may look like their life is perfect today and tomorrow something could happen. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like, we gotta stop trying to look at people as though they perfect and this and that, bro. Like, nobody's perfect, bro. This is like an illusion, bro. Like, people be pretending that they live in this perfect life, man. You got people out there be fake smiling and this and that, bro. They be fake smiling in front of the camera, but when the camera cuts off, they suicidal. You know what I'm saying? They be fake smiling in front of the camera, burning all their energy, and then when they cameras cut off and they alone, bro, they depressed and they like, dang, I don't even fit in. Like, you know what I'm saying? People be suicidal. They be smiling the most in camera, bro. The people who be suicidal sometimes, they be the ones who on camera smiling all the time, bro. So, bro, nobody's life is perfect. Just because somebody, every time you see them on camera, they smiling. Every time you see them on camera, they smiling. Hey, bro, that don't mean that they perfect. Anytime you see this person, they smiling. That don't mean their life is perfect. Those right there could be the people who's most hurt. They hurting the most, bro. Their heart is broken the most because they always smiling, and it takes a lot of energy to keep up that fake mask that they wearing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, bro, nobody's perfect, bro. You could look at somebody's life and you might think that their life is perfect. It's really not, bro. It's really not, and it's not right for us to assume that. Know what I'm saying? It's not right to assume that. It don't matter how perfect somebody's life looks. There's always the behind the scenes, bro. Hey, let me tell you something about it behind the scenes, bro. It ain't never perfect behind the scenes. It ain't never perfect behind the scenes. Now on camera and you know what they show other people, oh yeah, they may try their best to make it look perfect. But even the stuff they show you on camera, if you really pay attention and you really have a close eye on their life on camera, you could still see that it's not perfect. You just gotta have discernment and you just gotta have the eyes. It's like the spiritual eyes to see through that, bro. Even though they're putting up this illusion of a perfect life on camera, if you really look at their life and pay attention to that illusion on camera, you could still see that it's not perfect. Now, if you could still see through that, just imagine what's going on behind the scene, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro. Hey, bro, don't never assume that somebody's life is perfect, bro. Don't never envy nobody. You don't know what could happen tomorrow, bro. Don't never be jealous of nobody. You don't know what could happen tomorrow. You might be jealous of somebody today, and tomorrow they could be in a bad situation. Then you're going to be like, damn, why was I jealous of that person? You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what could happen tomorrow, bruh. Nobody's life is perfect. You never know what's going on behind the scenes with that person. It's not good, bro, to assume that people's life is perfect. It's not, bro. Don't assume that people's life is perfect, bro. Nobody's life is perfect, bro. Nobody, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Nobody's life is perfect, bro. Nobody's life is perfect at all, bro. We are all sinners, bro. My life is not perfect, too. I'm a sinner. Just like everybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? My life is not perfect. Your life is not perfect. I'm a sinner. You a sinner. You know what I'm saying? So do not assume that people's life is perfect. But at the same time, when we go back to the other aspect of of saying nobody's perfect, at the same time, don't use nobody's perfect as an excuse to not try, as an excuse to not change. Don't use that as an excuse to not try or not change as well. Know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to give like different perspectives on nobody's perfect, bro, because it is a true statement. It is a true statement, bro. But some people, they be trying to weaponize that to not change, bro, to stay comfortable, to resist change, to run from God, to fight against God, to disobey God. People be using that nobody is perfect stuff to stay comfortable and to reject God and to disobey God. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, nobody's perfect. But at the same time, don't use that as an excuse. But at the same time, also, do not assume that people's life is perfect just because what they put out in social media highlights and this and that. Don't assume just because somebody's fake smiling on the camera, they always smiling and always smiling around everybody. They always nice to everybody and always smiling. Don't assume that they're not dealing with suicidal thoughts behind the scene. Don't assume that they're not depressed behind the scene. Don't assume that they're not going through some type of things behind the scene, bro. Nobody's life is perfect. You never know what somebody could be going through, man. They might not be going through suicidal thoughts, but they could be going through depression. They might not be going through depression, but they going through like all type of like trauma with family and fake friends and this and that. You never know. It could be anything, really. They could be going through all type of issues behind the scene. We don't know which person is going through what. Know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, do not assume that people is perfect, bro. Know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say, bro. Peace.